Hi, my name is Wallace Mitchell. I'm a Christian of God, and I made some changes in my life to make it better, and so I can make it in the heaven when I should die before the end come or when the end come. However the cut go, I will cross over, put it that way. But right now, I'm focusing on talking to the parents about with the teenage kids. I know it's very challenging to raise teenage kids today, and I also noticed that there is a lot of slack in some parents when it comes to those teenagers. They let too much slack in the rope, and really we should tighten up on a lot of that slack in the rope because it can cause pain later on down the line. Um, uh, my theory is to be tough on kids than be too loose and be crying and burying them at a young age. And God speaks life, and He want all of us to live life to the fullest. And but some of us shut ourselves down. The Bible tells you, obedience child lives long on the earth, and disobedience days will be cut short. And there's a lot of disobedience teenagers on this earth today. Some of them been caught up in poor parenting. It wasn't raised right in the Bible, and so some of them steer off wrong because it was raised wrong. To be honest with you, there's no other way to sugarcoat it because I'm not here to sugarcoat and make anybody feel good or either hurt anybody's feelings for that matter. Just trying to help anyway. But there was, I know lately I've been watching like Facebook and the news on TV, and there was a lot of, to me, what I would call uh, just poor parenting because a lot of these young kids, some of them children, young teens, is dying in horrible ways because of what the parents doing, and then they get on Facebook and the news and holler accident. It was a mistake. How is a mistake to leave a child out by the water with other children? Children is children. They're not going to pay a mind to another young guy. Look, the girl 2 years old, or etc. In those age areas, and you leave her by a pond or a pool with other children that not much older, responsible to take care of their children, while you go run to the store to do what? It's not that important to leave your child like that, and then the child end up drowning, and then you're on the news hollering, "Oh, it was a mistake, accidentally. I left out. I didn't think that was going to happen. I thought the other children was going to watch it, but then, the child dies." Or you let your child, some of y'all go to work and then y'all leave y'all kids with other people. But before you do that, you have to be sure that the people you leave them with is responsible. Because if they're not responsible, then, that's not a good thing either. And then a tragic happen, and you get a phone call that your child and got killed. And that's not good. I understand you may have to leave them sometime with other people because you got to work, you got life, things to do. But be sure you leave them with somebody that's responsible, just like you should be. And some of your parents are you really responsible? Come on, some of y'all is not responsible for these kids. Some of y'all uh, just as ignorant as y'all could be when it comes to raising these kids. I mean, I have to say it this way. I can't hold that back. And what I mean by ignorant, y'all priorities is in the wrong place. Some of y'all, when it come to a man, y'all meet a man in your life, and then the kids go down because you're more focusing on the man and less focusing on the kid. And there's nothing wrong with having somebody come in your life to help you live a better life or fulfill some empty spot that you figure is there, or for financial help or just support, period. But don't never let nothing like that come between you and your kids. Be sure you find somebody that can want to love your kids just as much as you do, even though they're not for them. You know, excuse me, it's hard to find stepfathers, stepmothers to really step in and take care of these kids and look at these kids the way they should be looked at in love. You know, some of them just don't care. Oh, hey, mine, I don't care. Then you got some guys, y'all got to be careful, women, with your young teenage daughters, bringing men around these young girls whose body develops. It's like older women's way before time. We all know that. You got some guys that's pedophiles. There's guys who like to mess with these little types of girls. So be very cautious on that. And don't close your eyes to that. Pay attention to that. Especially if your child telling you something funny about him or if he's looking at her funny or whatever. Take that serious. Even if you think your child might just don't like him and telling a lie, which in some cases it be that, but you still have to look at that. You cannot overlook it. Check it out anyway, because there may be some truth in it you don't know. So that's why it's best to check that out. And another thing, I know back in our days we could go out and party and pretty much have a good time. It was pretty bad then, but now it's worse. I mean, so be careful of letting your kid go every time they ask. Every time, oh, I'm going to this party. Oh, I'm going. I'm just going to hang with the girls. We going to do this and that. You know, say no sometime and mean it, and don't care about how they feel. You know, I had to tighten up on those areas myself because I was kind of soft to my kids in some of those areas. Now, I'm not a punked out daddy or nothing, but I stand my ground with them. But I had to tighten up on some spots, and then my fiance helped me in some of those weak areas. It's sometimes you can't just care about how they're gonna feel about after what you done told them. It's you know better than they know, so it's for their benefit. So it's not to worry about. Oh, if I tell my child no, well, yeah, she ain't gonna want to talk to me anymore. Or she ain't gonna love me, or he ain't gonna love me. You don't worry about that. They'll get over it. You know, telling them no ain't gonna kill them. Excuse me. Telling them no is not gonna kill them. So these just some tips that I'm putting out here for some of you parents, and y'all need to tighten up in some areas. And really, I'm focusing on the parents that just act like they don't have good sense when it comes to these children. You know, it hurts me to see that these kids, you're gonna leave a child in a car with the windows up and go make groceries or whatever, or you leave 4 kids or more in a car while you go to the club, and then the kids come back, you know, they didn't with the car running and they dead from carbon monoxide or something, and then y'all get on TV and then crying to other people about it. It's a mistake. It's a tragic. Yeah, it's a tragic for the stupidity of the parents that let this happen. I know mistakes do happen, but some of them could be avoided. So y'all need to avoid some of these mistakes. You know, put your mind where it's supposed to be when it comes to these kids. These kids need extra attention. It's just the bottom line. And one more thing before I shut this video down, and then just a preview of this video tonight, but I will be making more, and it just is something for me to just testing out right now, but I would have it put together more better. This is just a little preview, and watch those kids. There's sexual diseases out there that's very bad, and we know these young children, they want to experience things. The TV show it to them. They're on Twitter, and parents don't think that those kids is not talking trash on Twitter, because they are. They're talking very harsh trash on Twitter. A lot of us don't check Twitter, or they got these secret accounts, and but you will be amazed and shocked about what you'll see on there. Yeah, your kid don't need to say no, not mine. Yes, yours too. Some of them, hey, it's good kids and not on there with it, but a lot of them is, and most likely it's yours. Don't never say not yours, because yours could be one of those as well. So try to keep a close eye on those kids, because they're cursing, I mean, cursing like I don't know what on there, and talking sex talk, and then you got girls on, showing their bodies, their private parts, saying to the guys, and they're putting it all over the place. That's trash. That's just no good. We need to tighten up, get our kids back into the Word, and where we all mess up at times, we don't bring them up from small like God said to do. We wait till they get too far up in age and try to get them right. Then they're too mixed up in the world of the devil, and it's hard to get them fixed. So do like God said. Train them from small. Instead of teaching them how to curse when they're 2 years old, teach them how to say their prayers. Instead of teaching them how to bebops and back that thing up and shake their little butt and dance and all that, teach them how to praise God, how to say their prayers. Teach them the words so that when they grow up, it's going to stay in them. We have to do it. God wants us to do it. He's not going to do it. He wants us to do it. That's why he left us the Bible, so we can go by it and know how to take care of our kids. Because we're living in a world of demonic stuff right now, and it's all over the TV, the website. The devil is all on the internet, and our kids today loves all of that. So we have to not give up. We have to stay hard. Parents, I don't mean to be too hard on y'all, but some of y'all need some fixing. Some of y'all need some straightening up y'all own self. Some of y'all minds are just as worse as the kids. So the truth got to be told, and that goes for the daddies as well. And what's bad is for a teenager to have two ignorant parents. Oh, that's really bad. Both parents ignorant. So what you think gonna happen to the child? They're gonna be just as ignorant as them and grow up, and something's gonna happen to them in life. So somebody have to have some sense. So this is DJ Blaine, Marlis Mitchell, just putting out some good words out there, and hopefully y'all take advice from this. God bless you. Take care.